shot, giving them medicine, taking them to the room to get an x-ray. That nurse is a professional, and they're taking care of your child. They're taking care of you. They're taking care of your mother, your father, your sister, your uncles, your aunts. All right? And these people ain't doing it for nothing.
That's right.
I mean, they're doing it because they care, and they need a living wage. It's not just the nurses, all right? Dietary, the people that make the beds, the ones that's pushing you around in the wheelchair. All of these people need to make a living wage.
That's right.
I mean, because if it wasn't for them, you would be uncomfortable. These people make you feel comfortable. They make you feel like, okay, I can do this. When you got the jitters and all of this stuff, these are the people that talk to you. These are the people that bring your, how they say, your nerves to a level to where you can cope with it without having stress. You need to let these people know that you appreciate what they do.
Right.
All right? That as far as all of this rigmarole going about what nurses ain't doing and what they should be doing, I don't see nobody after that nurse go and talk to them, give them that shot or whatever it is that they got to do, complains. Nobody's complaining. So why are the CEOs and everybody else complaining? Why are they trying to make it hard for the nurses? Don't see it.
And I think they're complaining. They're complaining now is because they see that the nurses and the staff are now saying, you know, hey, listen, you're not treating us the way we supposed to be treated.
Right.
As you know, as working in this corporation, you know, and it seems like you're using us for your gain, and we receive nothing. And so, you know, that right there is saying that, you know, you just want to use me for your gain, and everything else, forget about what I need or what we need, you know, as a group. No, forget about that. Just you fill your pockets and forget about everybody else. So that right there must come to a cease, because we see that that's not going to happen.
No.
You know, the nurses, they go through their procedures, the protocol. They prep people for the doctors. You know, so they have an extraordinary job, and they do it well. So for the CEOs, for them to come now and say, oh, they doing this, they doing that, they organize, you know, now you nitpicking because you don't want to pay. You nitpicking because you don't want to give them what they deserve.
They deserve.
Okay, and now it's got to come out of your pocket. So now you want to nitpick and throw stones and stuff like that, but you didn't want to look at it from the beginning.
Right.
Oh, come down and sit at the table and talk with the nurses and find out what's going on here. Listen, you know, what benefits, what this shield, what you know.
How can we make it better?
Right.
How can we make this better? This is the whole thing right here. Nobody up in a high office is trying to figure out how to make it better. Everybody's so busy trying to take.
Exactly.
Let me put this over here, and we'll come back and get it later. Everybody's trying to take. Now, when all of a sudden somebody wants to try to form something that's trying to keep their living wage straight, their living in their house straight, their ways of living. When they're trying to keep that straight, now all of a sudden, hey, you can't do that because, all right, if you organize this, we're going to have to do that. We're going to have to go through this. And If you was treating them right in the first place, they wouldn't have to go through all of this.
That's right.
And like we say, those nurses are what is on the front line. They're the ones that's out there putting it together, pulling it up, and now you want to sit here and talk about what they're not doing, their behavior. Mm-hmm. Come on, man. That's, you know.
That's outrageous.
It is. It's just, you can't even speak on it.
Now, you're looking at, they see that people want to get out of this poverty.
Right.
They see that people is, whatever it takes, they're going to do.
They're going to do it.
So now, you got people rising up, and it's not going to take a lot for people to rise up. All they got to do is break them or have them broke, or they can't meet their bills, or they push against the wall.
Right.
Okay, with nowhere to go. That makes people move. I told you a crisis. Didn't I tell you last week what a crisis can do? It calls you to do things. It makes you do things. Crisis makes you do things. Okay? And so sometimes we need a crisis to do it. Okay? Whether it be no food, no money, but guess what? A crisis will make you move. Okay? Especially if you know what to do. Some people, they know what to do. They just not doing it, but they know what to do.
Right.
But they ain't doing it. But a crisis will make them, hey, listen, let me make some phone calls. Okay? A crisis will make you do something.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, listen, let me do some things over here, because some things going to have to get done. I know some people. Let me make some calls. And so a crisis will get him on the phone, and he makes some calls to some important people and get some things done.
And the thing about it is, stop trying to hide it.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop trying to sweep it under the rug.
Exactly.
Stop trying to push it to the side.
Right.
Deal with it. Take it straight out. If you'd have been talking with these people, and I'm not just talking about nurses. I'm talking about every company. Mm-hmm. You guys need to sit up here and talk with your workers. You need to communicate. When you don't communicate, things go wrong. Things go bad. Things happen. All right? That's because there's no communication.
Yeah.
There's no, how could you say? There's no us. Mm-hmm. There's no them. It's just there. So when you sit there and look at it, you got to talk with these workers. You got to understand where they're coming from. All right? That man and that woman that's a nurse, they want to be able to take their children out, go on vacation, mm-hmm. just like the doctors and the CEOs. Everybody that's working want to be able to go out and go on vacation. They want to be able to go somewhere and see something, take pictures. Mm-hmm. But if you're not paying them, they can barely leave town.
Exactly.
Let alone get to work. Mm-hmm. I know guys that walk to work because they don't have a car, because they don't make enough money to pay the insurance. Mm-hmm. When you sit there and think about it, I know for a fact because I used to ride my bike to work. Mm-hmm. And I lived up on 79. Every Saturday, I rode my bike to work. Every day, if I had to, I would ride my bike to work. Rain, snow, sun shining, whatever it was. To get to work, I had to do what I had to do to get to work. And you got a lot of people out there like me that's going to get to work, whether they got to leave the house at 3:30 in the morning so they can walk to work and be there by 8:30, 9 o'clock.
That's right.
People need to know that these companies are going to be with them, going to be beside them, going to help them. Why are you working at this place if it can't help you? Mm-hmm. And this is the way a lot of people are looking at it, and this is what they see. If you can't help me, what am I doing?
Right.
Because I'm just helping you get rich. You're not even helping me put nothing on my table for my kids. You're not helping me buy shoes or clothes to put on the back of my children.
Not at all.
You're not trying to help me. As long as I'm doing this for you, it's all good.
It's all good.
But then again, you want to sit here and talk about the people that's out in the street because you ran them out in the street. Mm-hmm. You ran them away from that job because you start cutting. And now all of a sudden, these people that were specialists ain't nothing. So you got to sit down and talk with these people. Talk to them and see what they need and what's their problem. This is the whole thing. You're not worrying about what that next person that's working for you is going through.
They're cutting back. That's what.
I'm gonna cut you back.
That's all they're doing.
All right. And then when their unemployment run out, you ain't got nothing for them. You don't even want to see them coming. And now they're struggling trying to make ends meet. But they done made you millions and billions. But you ain't doing nothing for them.
And so this is why we out here. This is why we out here saying that enough is enough. We're saying that we're not taking it no more. The crisis is here, so it's causing us to move. It's causing us to do things. So we're going to anticipate this situation, the movement, the living wage. We are pushing forward, full speed ahead, and so we're telling people to get aboard. We're telling you to get aboard this train, because this is what it's going to wind up being all around the world, that people are saying enough is enough. And so we need you to be a part of this living wage. So we want you to be involved. When you see us, you know, some people, they honk their horns, they say, hey, hey, listen, we are doing this for you. So we know what people are going through, so we know we're not the CEOs. We're not holding the money, because if we did, y'all have some, okay?
That's for real.
So that's the fact. So we are taking the money out of their hands and giving it to you. So this is where we're headed, okay? So we're telling you to get aboard this train now, because it's going express. And guess what? You need to be on it, okay? So we're telling all of those, the viewers, we're saying, listen, get aboard and hey, be a part of it. So this is what we're saying on this show, What Matters at the Roundtable. So we live, we're on Pegasus, we're on Channel 13, we're on Time Warners. So we asking you to, when you see us, you know why you a part of us. And so we are going to make things happen. We ain't going to stand around. We ain't going to look around. We're going to act. We're going to make things happen. We know a whole bunch of people that's talking. We ain't with them. Don't associate with us, with them. We are action. Okay, so we saying, if you're acting with us. We are acting, okay? This is what we're going to do. So we're telling you, listen, enough talking. So we ain't talking no more. So we're telling the people, you're going to see us, get aboard this train. Okay, so we'll see you next week. Our time is gone. And we're about to get out of here. So, listen. Thank you. And we will let you know what happened on the Cayuga. That's the 24th. We're going to pick that back up. The 24th of May. So we're going to pick that back up, 24th of May. And then we're going to deal with the CWA 1111. Okay? So we're going to get back with them and pick it.
We'll see you down there on the line.
We'll see you on the line. Good night.
All of we could have been one. Agriculture is the solution. The land, the seeds, and the man. Till the soil.
It's for every mind in town and country to plant a tree and save the economy, protect the environment, better future for a picnic, uplift for meditation, give clearer concentration.
Till the side.
People for know say I was here before them, because